Hello again, my friends. Welcome back into another episode of the Living Room Guitarist. So glad you joined us today. All you have to do is play this instrument and enjoy playing this instrument. Whether you're a novice or an old pro, doesn't matter. We just like to hang out in our living rooms or our garages or wherever you just like to just hang out and take your me time with your instrument and make music. Everybody's good enough, and I'd love to have you here and here as our guest anytime you'd like to. It's livingroomguitarist@gmail.com. Please contact me anytime. We'll set something up, and we'll feature your playing on your fretboard with your style, and just enjoy making music together here in the living room. Send it around, help each other develop our song ideas, our tunes and progressions and little things that we have that we want to flesh out with fellow living room players. It's so awesome. You know, our last episode, if you saw, we had a really cool guest here, Justin. Just so much fun. He's a fellow lefty like me, but if you saw that, it was very unusual. He played a right-handed guitar, turned upside down, but he didn't change the strings or the nut. It was a full right-hand setup, and he was literally playing upside down. It was the coolest thing ever, and that's how he had taught himself to play. So check that episode, just our last episode. I think that was number 58. This is number 59. Welcome back in. So glad you joined us. My name's Dan. I'm your host. Love to be your host. Come on in and let's talk about your guitar journey and your relationship with this instrument. I was out of town last month for a few days, and I met this gentleman who's fairly new to guitar playing. He's just a novice, in terms of he's been playing like less than 2 years now, and he was telling me he's just kind of self-taught and kind of looking at things on the internet and books and learning basic chord progressions and shapes and just scale patterns, just trying to come along. And that's how we all started, right? And I was telling him, that's great. I was encouraging, when you're ready, come on into the show. We'll feature your playing. You'd be surprised what you can come up with after you just learn a few basic chords and a few progressions. I mean, the creativity just starts going. And he's saying, well, listen, right now I'm just learning the basics. I don't race up and down the fretboard and all that. I'm like, that's cool. You'd be surprised what you come up with just with basic open chords with not a lot of complication at all. And he's like, yeah, well, show me. Like, all right, I guess I got to put my money where my mouth is. So we sat down together and we just kind of hung out. We're actually in his office, not in his living room. And I just standard open chord, right? You just standard A440 tuning. And I'm just saying, all right, what can I do? Just off the top of my head, that's just sort of made up, just basic open chord, not any complication. And I just started picking out here, this is open E at the top, this low E, and then the high E. I'm like, all right, and you sort of just let things come to you and see what's possible. Doesn't get any simpler than that. You just sort of see where it takes you. So there it was, it took some time to kind of flesh that out a little bit, but I figured, it's kind of a starter tune, perhaps. Maybe it could go somewhere if you get your hands on your fretboard and start moving around. But it's all just here and starting a second position, just kind of variations around a D, really. But it's just all based on, you just start playing just open strings and just explore and experiment, see what's discoverable up and down the neck here, but in this case just a little bit. I mean, I put a little bit of something in there later, but you don't have to. You can do whatever you want with it. Your creativity will soar. Just start playing. That's all you gotta do. Your instrument doesn't care how good you are or how creative you are. It just wants you to play it. So play it. So I just pluck that E at the top and the E at the bottom and just bring in some of those lower strings here. Just on the 2nd fret here. And slide it up to about 7. And then back to like 5 and 2 and sliding up to 3 on that 1st and 2nd string up. And then of course, you know I love me the major 7s. Just 3rd fret, 2nd string up. The rest open, just 4 bottom strings. And then another, you just bar those 3 bottom strings on the 2nd fret. Pick them out, and I just kind of flick off that 5th fret there, and then the 2nd string on the 3rd fret, and then so 4 on 3rd string on the 4th fret, and then just that string here, 3rd string up 2nd fret. So you just pick up that major 7th. Or you can just kind of put a little flourish in there. Right. 3rd fret, 2nd string up, just wide open basically. And then just to a D. And then I'm just kind of hammering on and off that 1st string here on that 2nd fret. So it's just a variation of a D. And just let him go, other than that 3rd fret, 2nd string up. And then just sort of a little transition. Just hit that G, 3rd string, or 3rd fret, 1st string here. And it's just like a G6 chord, I think. And then 3rd fret, 2nd string up. Just change the bass note. And come back to a D, but just kind of walk it up on bass notes. So from the beginning, you know, you get to that, come back. So I'm doing that 2nd string up on the 2nd, 3rd fret, and then let it go. Come back to a D. Kind of pick that out however it might make sense. And then what you can do is just kind of hammer on and pull off those bottom 2 strings on that 2nd fret to a D, and then let go. So you just hit that open D, that open G there. Kind of a fun thing to play. Yeah, so it's just a nice little starter tune there. Now I slid down to the 9th fret. Just basically playing another version of a D, and then just move it up to the 9th and 10th fret, just using that second and third string, and then coming right back to that open, just that first, second string up on the third fret, and just bringing that bass note up if you want. Lots of choices, lots of options there, but it all starts just start noodling around and seeing what you can discover. Just wide open stuff. There's no right or wrong to it. Just have fun. See what happens if you just start experimenting, exploring, and you'd be surprised at the discoveries you can make here, right on your handy dandy 6-string, just with open stuff. So take this, make it your own if you want to. See what kind of arrangement you can do, what kind of creativity can you lend to it, and how can you give it life in your own living room, and share it back with us. We'd love to again feature you as a guest on the show here. livingroomguitars@gmail.com. It's wide open. We are back. Happy New Year if I haven't said it already. And here we go, another season of the Living Room Guitars. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.